Julian Erosa got a big victory over Hakeem Dawodu. That was awesome as a Julian Erosa fan. Julian won every second of the fight, and I didn't think that would happen. I thought, if you put a gun to my head and said, give me the result, I would have said Hakeem wins first round knockout, or, Hakeem via knockout, really, any round. But Julian Erosa won every minute of every round, I want to say. I feel like he won every exchange. It was just, I don't remember one moment where he really didn't win that moment. Julian Erosa was kicking ass on the feet, on the ground. Hakeem was trapped in that body triangle a few times, I think rounds 2 and 3. And Julian controlled the round, secured the round, and maybe sucked some of the life out of him there. And on the feet, it was the Julian Erosa show. He was rocking Hakeem with nice, diverse attack, a few uppercuts and whatever. And Julian doesn't really throw laser-sharp strikes, as I got into in the pre-fight. He's one of those guys that's built like a giraffe but comes in throwing hooks, and you would think that would allow Hakeem into the fight, which was the basis for my prediction. But Julian Erosa never allowed him into the fight. And when Hakeem was in the realm of hurting Julian, it just, every time, it was going Julian's way. Julian was hurting Hakeem. Hakeem started taking backward steps. Hakeem was against the cage getting pounded. And I wasn't sure. I guess I was sure that Julian wasn't going to be able to impose his wrestling and grappling on Hakeem Dawodu. I just thought he'd lose that battle, and instead he was. And he got dominant position over Hakeem twice, I think, with those body triangles. So really great performance from Erosa from beginning to end, bell to bell. He kicked the shit out of Hakeem. Hakeem's a guy who has looked really good in the UFC. His loss to Danny Henry didn't look really good, but his loss to Movsar Evloev, who's going to be fighting for a title in 2023, looked very good. Pretty good. But Julian Erosa, man, he's one of those underrated guys where a lot of his losses are due to his chin, and if he's fighting a guy who can't take him out, Julian Erosa's in that fight, and that's what this was. Hakeem, even though I picked him to get the knockout, I said in the pre-fight interview, it's not like I totally respect him as a knockout artist. He's not, the results aren't there. Certainly not at the UFC level, but, he had a few moments there, and he had nothing for Julian Erosa. Julian Erosa was the better fighter. If these guys were, had a rematch, he'd be a minus 500 favorite. So, great win for Julian Erosa. Made a big statement in one way or another, and tough loss for Hakeem Dawodu. I mean, he's not going anywhere. He's had he's had more success inside the UFC than failures, I think. I don't even know his record. I know he's got the 3 losses there, though. But this was a tough one. Tough loss for Julian Erosa, for Hakeem Dawodu against Erosa. But I am a Julian Erosa fan, as I said coming into the video, so I was very pleasantly surprised with the way this one worked. He had my favorite victory over in 2020, I think, when he tapped out Sean Woodson in the 3rd round. Julian Erosa is that type of guy, and I hope he fights more guys that don't have the power to knock him out. Although, again, his chin held up strong here. There's a chance I'm underrating his chin. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that horseshit. And I'll be talking to you about Jelton Almeida versus Anton Turkalj.